Creating a personal portfolio website is one of the most rewarding projects for any developer. It is not just a showcase of your work, it is a platform where you can express your creativity, demonstrate your skills, and make a lasting impression on potential clients or employers. Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to start an exciting journey to build this stunning and interactive portfolio website using React, next.js, Framework Motion, and Tailwind CSS. Whether you're an experienced developer or just starting out, this project is perfect for showing your work and skills in a visually appealing way. This project is packed with cool features and animations that will make your site stand out. We'll cover everything from setting up your development environment to building the entire website. By the end of this video, you will have a comprehensive understanding of how to build a modern, responsive portfolio website from scratch. Before we dive into building this project, don't forget to like this video if you find it helpful and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more tutorials like this one. Hit the bell icon to get notified every time we upload new content. Also, feel free to leave a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions. I'd love to hear from you. Let's dive in and take a closer look at what we will be building today. Let's start with the loader. A good user experience begins the moment someone visits your site, and our loader ensures just that. The loader is the first thing visitors see, providing a visually appealing transition while the site content is being prepared. This component uses a simple yet effective animation. When the site loads, a full screen overlay with a gradient background appears, centering a spinning image to indicate loading. As soon as the content is ready, the loader smoothly transitions out of view, sliding up and disappearing, thanks to the animations powered by Framework Motion. Now let's dive into different sections of the project. First, we have a hero section. This section is designed to make a great first impression. When visitors arrive on your site, they are greeted with a friendly and welcoming message. The center of this section is an eye-catching hero image that gives you a personal touch to your site. We have integrated smooth animations using Framework Motion, making the entry visually appealing and engaging. For instance, the hero image gently floats into view while we are moving the mouse, and the greeting text animates with a subtle fade-in effect. This creates a dynamic and professional feel right from the start. You will also find social media icons at the bottom of this section. These icons not only provide quick links to your social profiles, but also animate on hover, encouraging visitors to connect with you on various platforms. The hero section sets the tone for the rest of the site, combining a modern design with interactive elements. Next, we have the fixed navigation bar on the left. This sticky navbar is a critical component of our site's usability. It allows users to easily navigate through different sections of the site without having to scroll endlessly. The navbar is always within reach, making it simple to jump from one section to another. At the top left corner of the page, you can see the logo of the website. It represents the name of the web developer. The icons in the navbar are carefully designed to change color based on the current section. This provides a clear visual cue of where the user is on the site, enhancing the navigation experience. Each icon represents a different section, making it easy for users to find what they are looking for. At the bottom of the navbar, you can find the copyright sign and some dates that will automatically update in the future. We have also added a dark mode toggle, allowing visitors to switch between light and dark themes seamlessly. Dark mode is increasingly popular and can reduce eye strain for users who browse in low light conditions. This feature not only allows users to toggle between light and dark themes manually, but also automatically adapts to the system theme settings of the user's device. By leveraging local storage, the site remembers the user's theme preference for future visits. If the user hasn't set a preference, this site defaults to the system theme, ensuring a seamless and personalized experience right from the start. This enhances both usability and accessibility, making the site comfortable to use in any lighting condition. Moving on, we have the About section. This is where you introduce yourself and let your visitors know who you are. A brief bio gives a personal touch, making your site more relatable and engaging. It is a great way to share your background, your journey, and what drives you as a developer or designer. We have also included a download link for your CV. This makes it easy for potential employers or clients to get detailed information about your professional experience and skills. This section also highlights key achievements such as GitHub repos, successful projects, satisfied clients, and awards. Each of these achievements is represented with a unique icon and subtle animation. The count smoothly animates as it comes into view. Next up is Experience and Education section. In this section, we have created a timeline that outlines your journey from the basics to mastery. This timeline is designed to be both informative and engaging, providing a clear visual representation of your growth over the years. Each milestone on the timeline includes a brief description of your education and professional experience. For instance, the early stages might cover your high school education and initial interest in web development. As the timeline progresses, it details your further education, such as a degree in web development or design, and significant work experiences like internships and full-time positions. The timeline is animated, making it interactive and easy to follow as users scroll through. Each entry on the timeline slides into view as you scroll, adding a dynamic element that keeps the viewer engaged. The smooth transitions and animations enhance the storytelling aspect of this section. Next, we have the Skills section. This section is designed to highlight all the tools and technologies you're proficient in. Each skill is represented by a stylish icon that's easy to recognize. These icons animate when they come into view, adding a dynamic touch to the section. We also have the Reviews section. Here we feature testimonials from satisfied clients. Positive reviews are a powerful tool for building trust with the new visitors. They provide social proof that you deliver quality work and that previous clients have been happy with your services. The reviews are displayed in a carousel format with smooth and engaging transitions. When you click the arrow, the current review animates by rotating and scaling down, adding a nice and cool dynamic effect. Simultaneously, the next review slides in from the right with a delay, ensuring a smooth transition. Users can manually navigate through the reviews using the arrows provided. Clicking the right arrow triggers the next review to slide in, while clicking the left arrow brings back the previous review with similar animations, maintaining an interactive experience throughout. Each review includes a client photo, name, their comment, and a star rating. The star ratings are visually represented by star icons. The project section is where we display our portfolio of work. This is one of the most important sections of your website as it shows what you can do. Each project is displayed in a card format with a thumbnail image and a brief description. Visitors can filter projects based on the technologies used. For example, if a visitor is interested in seeing your React projects, they can simply click on the React filter, and the project will update accordingly. As I said, each project card includes an image and a brief description. Clicking on a project reveals more details with a smooth animation. This section is designed to impress potential clients or employers by showing your best work. Next up, we outline different pricing plans. This section details the various packages you offer from basic to premium. Each plan is displayed in a card format with the plan name, pricing, a list of features, and a recommended usage scenario. The pricing cards have a hover effect, making them interactive and visually appealing. Each plan is clearly outlined, making it easy for visitors to understand what's included in each package. This helps potential clients understand your service offerings and choose the package that best fits their needs. Whether they are looking for a simple website or a comprehensive solution with advanced features, they can find a plan that suits their requirements. Next, we have the contact section. This includes a form where visitors can reach out to you directly. The form is simple, clean, and easy to use. It includes fields for the visitor's name, email, subject, and message, ensuring you get all the necessary information to respond effectively. The form is styled, making it look modern and professional. Next to the form, we have this nice and cool animated GIF. Finally, we have the questions and answers section. This interactive section addresses common inquiries potential clients might have. Each question is displayed in an accordion style format, making it easy for visitors to find answers quickly. When a user clicks on a question, it expands to reveal the answer. The animation includes a rotating arrow icon that points down when the question is collapsed and rotates to point up when the question is expanded. The question itself transitions smoothly, with the text color changing and the background highlighting on hover. When expanded, the answer slides down into view with a spring animation, ensuring a fluid and engaging user experience. This section is designed to provide clear and concise information, helping to address any concerns or curiosities visitors might have. Alright, one of the key features of this portfolio website is its responsiveness. It is designed to look great on any device, whether it is a desktop, tablet, or mobile phone. Let me show how it adapts to different screen sizes. I have prepared here some of the mostly used screen sizes and devices. As you can see, the layout adjusts seamlessly as we switch between different device views. The number remains accessible, the content scales appropriately, and the animations remain smooth and engaging. We have used responsive design principles and Tailwind CSS utilities to ensure that every section, from the hero section to the questions and answers section, adapts beautifully to any screen size. This means your portfolio will provide a consistent and pleasant user experience no matter how your visitors access it. Having a responsive design is crucial in today's multi-device world, and it's something that will set your portfolio apart from others. Alright, so that was a quick tour of the portfolio website we'll be building today. This project is packed with features that will help you create a professional and engaging online presence. We'll go through each section step by step, explaining the code and the logic behind it, so you can understand how everything works. By the end of this video, you will have a beautiful, functional portfolio website that you can customize and use for your own projects. So stick around as we dive into the code and start building this amazing site from scratch. So let's get started. Before we start the installation process, let's take a few minutes to talk about the technologies we'll be using: React, next.js, Framer Motion, and Tailwind CSS. Understanding these technologies will help you grasp why we chose them and how they work together to create a powerful and efficient portfolio website. If you're already familiar with these technologies, feel free to jump ahead, but if you want to make the most out of this journey, stick with me for the next few minutes, it's going to be worth it. Let's start with React. React is a JavaScript library for building user interfaces, particularly single-page applications, where you need a fast and interactive user experience. Developed and maintained by Facebook, React allows developers to create large web applications that can change data without reloading the page. React is used to build complex user interfaces using components. Components are independent, reusable pieces of code that manage their own state. React's virtual DOM improves performance by updating only the parts of the page that change, rather than re-rendering the entire page. This makes React particularly powerful for building dynamic and high-performance web applications. The official React documentation is an excellent resource for learning React. It provides detailed guides, tutorials, and API references. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced developer, the documentation covers everything you need to know. You can access it at react.dev. The guides are comprehensive and often include examples and explanations that make it easier to understand complex concepts. Next.js is a React framework that provides a powerful set of tools for building server-side rendered applications. Developed by Vercel, it simplifies the process of creating React applications with features like server-side rendering, static site generation, and API routes. Next.js combines the best practices of both client-side and server-side rendering, offering a seamless developer experience. One of the standout features of Next.js is its file-based routing system. Instead of configuring routes manually, you simply create files and directories that match your desired URLs. This makes routing straightforward and intuitive. The Next.js documentation is comprehensive and user-friendly, offering in-depth explanations and examples. It is designed to help you get up and running quickly while also providing detailed information for more advanced use cases. You can find it at nextjs.org. The documentation includes a wide range of topics, from basic setup to advanced features like API routes and custom server configurations. Next up, we have Framer Motion. Framer Motion is a popular animation library for React. It provides a simple and declarative way to create animations and interactions, making it easy to add dynamic elements to your application. Developed by Framer, it is built with ease of use and performance in mind, offering a powerful yet flexible API for animating your React components. Framer Motion is used to create smooth, complex animations and interactions, whether you're animating the appearance of a component, adding scroll-based animations, or creating drag-and-drop functionality. Framer Motion makes it straightforward with its powerful yet intuitive API. It supports a variety of animation types, including keyframes, spring animations, and gestures, allowing it to create highly interactive user experiences. The Framer Motion documentation is well organized and includes plenty of examples and tutorials to help you get started. It covers everything from basic animations to advanced techniques, making it a valuable resource for both beginners and experienced developers. You can explore it at framer.com/motion. The examples provided in the documentation are particularly helpful for understanding how to implement various types of animations. Finally, we have Tailwind CSS. Tailwind CSS is a utility-first CSS framework that provides low-level utility classes to build custom designs without leaving your HTML. Instead of having predefined components, it gives you the building blocks to create your own. Tailwind CSS is used to create highly customizable and responsive designs quickly. Its utility classes allow for rapid development, and you can easily customize your styles with Tailwind's configuration file. By using utility classes directly in your HTML, you can avoid the need for writing custom CSS, which can significantly speed up your development process. Tailwind also supports responsive design out of the box. You can use its utility classes to apply styles conditionally based on the screen size, ensuring your application looks great on any device. The Tailwind CSS documentation is extensive and includes detailed guides, examples, and a searchable class reference. It is designed to be both beginner-friendly and comprehensive, making it easy to get started and find the information you need as you progress. You can access it at tailwindcss.com. The documentation is regularly updated and includes best practices and tips to help you get the most out of the Tailwind CSS. Now that we have an understanding of the technologies we'll be using, let's move on to setting up our development environment. This involves installing Node.js, creating a new Next.js project, and configuring Tailwind CSS and Framer Motion. First, make sure you have Node.js installed on your system. Node.js is a powerful JavaScript runtime built on Chrome's V8 engine, which allows you to run JavaScript on the server side. It comes bundled with npm Node Package Manager, which is the package manager we'll use to install and manage the various dependencies required for our project. npm provides access to a vast library of packages that simplify the development process, making it easier to add functionality and streamline workflows. Having Node.js and npm set up on your system is essential for efficiently managing the tools and libraries we'll be using throughout this project. Alright, so I have created a new folder on the desktop called Personal Portfolio. Let's go ahead and open it in VS Code. Next, We'll create a new next.js project using the standard installation process. Open your terminal and navigate to the directory where you want to create your project. In order to open terminal in VS Code, you can either press Ctrl plus backtick, or you can go to View and then choose Terminal. Once you open a terminal, make sure that you're in the right directory. In my case, it is the folder Personal Portfolio. Run the following command to create a new Next.js application. We need npx create next app at latest. You will be prompted to answer a few questions. The first one is, what is your project named? Enter the name of your project, for example, Personal Portfolio. Then we have, would you like to use TypeScript with this project? Select no, because we are not going to use TypeScript. Then we have, would you like to use ESLint with this project? Select yes to include ESLint for code linting. Then we have, would you like to use Tailwind CSS with this project? Select yes to include Tailwind CSS for styling. Next up is, would you like to use src directory? Select yes to place your application code inside the src directory. Next we have, would you like to use experimental app router? The app router in Next.js is a new experimental feature that simplifies the routing process within your application. It allows you to organize your pages and components within an app directory, providing a more intuitive and structured way to manage your application's routes. We are not going to use app router in this project, but since we see here that it is recommended, let's install it anyway. Then we have here, would you like to customize the default import alias? Import alias in Next.js allows you to create shortcuts for importing modules, making your import statements cleaner and more readable. Instead of using relative paths like dots and slashes, you can define an alias to shorten this path. For example, you could set up an alias like add components navbar, which simplifies and clarifies the import statements throughout your code base. This is particularly useful in larger projects where deep directory structures are common, so I'm going to include it as well. Alright, so once the project is successfully installed, you will see a new folder with an application name. First, I'm going to run the project to the browser, and then I will come back to the setup folders and files and go through them. So, we need to navigate to our application folder. We need cd, Personal Portfolio. And now, let's run the development server to see everything in action in the browser. We need npm run dev. As you can see, a local URL is generated. You can either copy this address and paste it in the browser tab, or you can press Alt key and then click the URL. So, as you can see, our application is up and running. You can see the default Next.js welcome page. This page includes a header with the Next.js logo, links to the Next.js documentation, learn examples, and deploy resources. This default page serves as a starting point and confirmation that your Next.js application is set up correctly. From here, you can start customizing the content and structure to build your portfolio website. Now let's take a closer look at the structure of our project and the key files and directories. First, we have next directory. The next directory is created automatically when you build or run your Next.js application. It contains the build output, including static assets, pages, and server files. This directory is crucial for the internal workings of Next.js, but is typically not modified directly by developers. Next, we have node modules. The node modules directory contains all the dependencies and modules installed via npm. This includes all the libraries and tools that your project depends on. You generally don't need to modify anything in this directory. It is managed by npm. The public directory is where you can store static files that will be served directly to the client. Any files you place here can be accessed in your application using the / prefix. Next, we have the src app directory that will contain the main application code. Let's explore the key files here. we have the fav icon for our website. The globals.css file is a crucial part of your next.js project as it contains the global styles that are applied across your entire application. In our case, we have here Tailwind's directives and also other global styles. Next up is layout.js. This file defines the layout component that wraps around all pages in your application. It is useful for setting up a consistent layout. Next we have page.js. This file defines the main entry point for your application. It serves as the home page by default. Besides that, we have some other files as well. The next.config.mjs file is the configuration file for our Next.js application. Here you can customize various settings such as environment variables, webpack configuration, and more. This file is essential for configuring advanced features of Next.js. The jsconfig.json file is used for configuring JavaScript settings for your project. It allows you to set up path aliases, enabling cleaner import statements. This file is particularly useful if you're not using TypeScript but still want to benefit from similar configuration capabilities. The package.json file lists all the dependencies and scripts for your project. It includes metadata about your project, such as its name, version, and main entry point. Key sections in this file include dependencies, list the libraries and frameworks your project depends on, dev dependencies, which lists the tools and libraries needed for development, and scripts, which defines commands that can be run using npm, such as dev, build, and start. Next we have the Tailwind config.js file. It's the configuration file for Tailwind CSS. Here you can customize the default settings of Tailwind, such as adding new colors, configuring responsive breakpoints, and extending the default theme. This file is essential for tailoring Tailwind CSS to fit the needs of your project. Alright, so with the project structure understood, now we can proceed and install Framer Motion. We need to run the following command to install Framer Motion. First, we need to navigate to the app folder with cd personal portfolio, and then we have to run npm install Framer Motion. Alright, so the Framer Motion is successfully installed. Now that we have our Next.js application set up and running, it's time to start customizing it by modifying some of the default files and organizing our project structure to better suit our needs. We're going to remove some unnecessary assets, add new ones, and create a clean foundation for our portfolio website. Let's dive right into it. First, let's start with the public folder. By default, this folder contains some icons and images that we won't be using. We want to remove any clutter that is not needed for our portfolio website. Next, we will add our own images and assets to the public folder. I have several folders on my computer that I'm going to copy into the public folder of our app. These folders include projects, which will contain all the images for our project section, reviews for images of clients or users giving testimonials. Also, we have skills for images representing the different skills we want to showcase. I'll go ahead and copy these folders and paste them into the public directory to have all our necessary assets organized from the start. Next, let's move to our global style sheet, globals.css. This file is located in the src app directory and currently includes a lot of default styles that we won't need. We want to keep our styling simple and maintainable. I'm going to remove everything except the Tailwind directives. We only need to keep these 3 lines here. This will ensure that we're using Tailwind CSS for all our styling needs, giving us a clean slate to start designing our components. Now let's update the layout settings in the layout.js file to better match our branding and style preferences. I'm going to change the font from Inter to Outfit. This will give our site a unique and consistent look. Next, I'm going to modify the metadata to reflect our project details. So, as the title, I'm going to insert here Nick Brown. As for the description, it's going to be portfolio website. It will help personalize the site. ensuring that our name and a brief description appear in the browser tab and search engine results. Now let's simplify the page.js file, which serves as the entry point for our application. I'm going to delete all the existing content, then replace it with a simple div element containing the text home. This gives us a blank starting point to build our home page from scratch. Alright, so to keep our project well organized, we'll create a new folder to store all our data and assets. Inside the src directory, I'm going to create a new folder named assets. Then inside the assets folder, create a new file named next.js. This file will hold all the data we use throughout the site, such as arrays of project details, client reviews, skill lists, and so on. By centralizing all our data here, we make it easy to manage and maintain as our portfolio grows. Next, let's set up our components folder, where we will store all the reusable components that make up our application. So inside the src directory, I'm going to create a new folder named components. This folder will contain all the main components for our portfolio website, such as navbar, hero, about, projects, and more. Inside the components folder, let's create another folder called sub. This subfolder will store all the smaller reusable subcomponents that are part of the main components. Keeping them in a separate folder helps maintain a clear and organized file structure. Alright, so by cleaning up and organizing our project, we are setting up a solid foundation for building a well-structured, maintainable, and scalable portfolio website. These changes will make it easier to manage and expand our project as we continue to add new features and components. And that wraps up the first part of our journey in building this incredible portfolio website. This groundwork is crucial because it will make it so much easier to manage and expand our project as we dive deeper into adding exciting new features and components. But don't go anywhere just yet. This is only the beginning of our big project. We have so much more in store, from building dynamic pages and integrating animations to making our site fully interactive and responsive. Trust me, you will not want to miss any of it. To make sure you're up to date with the next parts of this series, be sure to hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon to get notified as soon as the next part is live. Also, like the video, leave a comment below, and stay tuned. It is super important for us. We're just getting started and things are about to get even more exciting, so I'll see you in the next part.